Hello, everybody. So we're so happy to have you back. Happy 2024. It feels like it's been a long time since we've seen y'all. We took a little bit of a break, but now we're back in action. I'm Miss C.
And I'm Princess Roxy.
And
So,
welcome.
hi. We missed you. Did you miss us? We missed you.
We definitely missed you.
Yeah, we did. So, friends, if you've ever been curious about coloring outside the lines, you are in the right place. So, grab your drink. Mine today is Body Armor because I have activities for the weekend that require me to be well hydrated. So come meet us at the playground after dark and let's talk.
I love it. I love it. I love how you're pre-gaming, getting the things are. I am not hydrating like you. I am hydrating though. I am doing the local distilleries of Oak and Palm coconut rum. This thing is hitting. So I'm ready for all our good conversations and everything. So when we last left off with you guys, we're going over the differences between fetishes and kinks. And we're going to go ahead and finish up on the fetish side. But I'm going to run it over to Roxy. Now, can you give us a reminder? What is the difference between a fetish and a kink?
Okay, so usually when we think of something as being kinky, we think like, oh, that's, something interesting or whatever. That's spicy maybe.
Yes.
But kink is something that you have to have in order to enjoy yourself completely.
Okay.
Completely. Right? So let's say you only like brown men. Then if you tried to play with any other colored man, you would not be able to perform or you would not enjoy yourself. Right?
Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense.
The flip side is fetish. Now, fetish can be anything outside of the normal. I know people like to say, I have a boob fetish. Okay. Everybody likes boobs. Okay. It's not a fetish. So
well, just say something
it is,
like,
but it isn't.
I don't know about that because right now your boobs is really boobing right now, like they're sitting up at attention. You brought it up before I did, but I was like, I can see you. Hey, girl, they're sitting right there.
That's something that I can talk to you about later on the show because I don't want to leave our friends in the dark, but it does have to do with a fetish that is technically also a kink. So
okay. We will come back to this. I just want to make sure I'm recapping that I give you a compliment about your boobs, and turns into a fetish kink. You realize how it is to have conversations with you?
Like, I know. I'm well aware.
All right. So we're gonna go.
I always have a disclaimer that okay, we'll all come back to this.
I love it. We're going to put a pin in that right now. And then we're going to pick back up on, we're finishing again with fetishes where we left off. And we were on, what was it, H?
We were on H.
Okay.
And what I was mentioning when we went over this list before is that while these are fetishes, they could also be considered sexual orientations, right? It can also be considered a kink. Simply because if it's your orientation, depending on what it is, like if you were a lesbian or if you were gay, obviously that could technically be considered a kink. Yes, it is your way of life.
Okay.
But I mean, you're not going to get turned on by a member of the opposite sex. So then,
right, you're not satisfied without it. So
right,
I've never thought about so being gay is a kink.
I mean, yeah, it is a way of life. It is your life, right? It's your lived experience. But in the scheme of things, there are some people who, I know it's going to sound odd, but trust me. There are people who only enjoy sex with members of their same gender identity, but they're in a heteronormative relationship. So it might be a husband and wife where the husband only has sex with men. And the wife's okay with that. Now, some people would say they're gay, but maybe he's not gay romantically. He's only gay sexually.
His intimacy levels of what makes him satisfied is dealing with men. And then his person he's in love with is that. I mean, to each his own. Whatever floats your boat. And okay.
So, hetero flexible is where we ended. That's ages, right?
Okay.
And this one I feel like is spicy light, right? Like it's a little bit spicy, but like, it's not.
It's like it's the run of the mill thing that guys say that they want. Like, hey, I want a girlfriend who will mess with another girl from time to time. So it's not something you like do. Like, it's not like.
Good point. That is a good point. I feel like more men need to say they want a hetero flexible girlfriend versus I want a bi girlfriend, because a bi girlfriend would leave you for a girl, and you don't want that.
and I think that, and people don't. First of all, I feel like men always throw into their idea. I want to have a threesome. I want to do this, and don't understand
so you can
what the real.
Two women.
And it's like you want, but you don't understand what you're like. Are you equipped for all of that? And do you really understand what that all encounts? You have two different bodies, two different ways. Are you okay with flexing out what that looks like? And same with women. You want a bisexual woman, that means that you're open to a woman who will have another relationship with a woman. So this can be your person because to be your competition. But if you have a heterosexual woman who sometimes likes to play, she might be a little safer for you, pimp. So you might need to be out here saying, hey, I'm looking for this kind, because
hetero-flexible.
So,
threesomes with another girl. Let's talk about that real quick. There is always a lazy fish. Like, always. She just kind of lays there and like... It's really rare that you have one who is fully hetero-flexible or fully bi and is going to be like all in, balls to the wall. And guys are always like, yeah, I want to, like, do you realize how much more work you have to do when the one girl is just laying there like a dead fish? Like,
preach. You have to make it do something. But I feel like it's just that gets that awkward pause. It's like, well, what do I do? Do something. I don't know. Like, this is why it is good to have, I don't know, toys. Have something to do. Or like help the process. If someone is, slurping the good pieces, tickle some balls. Do something. Like, be proactive with the process. First of all, if I'm doing the bin squats, be my backup. Lift
right.
That's how you know that's a real girlfriend. So that's how you know if you go
right.
See, then that's how you get off of being heteroflexible to bisexual, because now you say, hold up, you are helpful. You are a helpful heifer. I like you. You go do something. Right. You want to, we can go out for eats and stuff. So, let's make sure when we're out here in these streets, men, be very careful what you asking for, because you'll get real upset if you think you going in for a threesome and then you get left in the dust because you couldn't hang your rate. It be real out here. People don't care. They vicious like that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like something between 2020 and 2024. I don't know if COVID did it to us or whatever, but y'all is ruthless out here. Ruthless, you hear me?
I feel like during COVID, because a lot of people had all day online, or you're like doing the quick hookup, quick things, because we trying to not die. It's like, yo, COVID mask, all right, turn it over to the back. We just trying to hit it real quick. But then it's like, I don't have time to play with you anymore. It's like, yo, what are we doing? And if you're not with it, it's like, I can get better over here. I felt like you had to really hone in on yourself during COVID. And so a lot of women are like, I don't have to do this. I can go do this, and I could go do this, and I could go do this.
And that rose vibrator gained popularity, so y'all was really left in the dust.
The rose like replaced so many lazy husbands and bad boyfriends. The rose, I feel like that was, if I would have known what I know now, I would have put stock into that, because I'd be like, yes.
Oh, absolutely. Because then things die so quick anyway. Like, you would have been a multi-millionaire right now.
I'm telling you.
Maybe a billionaire even.
Because I'm like, everybody got a rose. Who you know?
The rose is perfect for a quickie. Like, and not like a quickie work as like, ooh, want a quickie? No, because you take too long. I want to just get in and get done and move on. Like, I got to go make lunch for the kids. Like, that's what the rose is for.
Absolutely. Or like, for me, it's like, you work the night shift, you're tired, you just need to be like,
right. Fall asleep in your head. Like,
we're good. It's like, that is like super head. I'm like, oh yes, all right, cool. We're done. Now I get night time. We all in there. I enjoy it. The rose, mwah. We love you. The sponsors, we're here for you. Send all the roses here.
All of them.
All the roses, all the different, because there's different ones.
I've been trying different ones out though, but the original is still.
I am definitely open to try the new ones, but I love my OG. I might have them in a couple of different colors because I need backups because they do be dying.
Ooh, I found one in purple.
I have a purple one.
Oh my god, I need it.
It's like it's just so cute.
I really don't need it.
You don't, but you do, because I feel like I have different colors for different moods. So if I'm feeling like, okay, the original OG, but if you feel like, okay, I'm gonna do something a little extra, let me pull the purple one out.
I found this new one, and I'm not gonna touch too much into it here because I want to see if I like it and test it first, and then I'll show you all, because we might be able to add it to our shop, but I don't know. But it's, first off, when I saw it, I was like, that's disrespectful. But it's made to look like lips, but like a black person's lips. But then they have one in red, so then I'm like, okay. But this one was black, like black skin. So a part of me was like, yay, finally something with representation. But at the same time, I'm like, but it's a tongue. So
okay, all right.
The reviews were very impressive.
Okay,
Amazon reviews, very impressive. But the color.
So I'm gonna be real with you. I don't want no makeshift black lips on my
right.
I don't want that. Now I'll take some purple lips. Give me some.
But they have a red version, ones. So yeah,
I'll take. That's fine. But I want some neon colors. Like, give me something that I know is a toy. But if I feel like you're trying to insult me while you put it on there, you're messing up my orgasm. I'll be like,
Right.
So like,
and
the political power in me is wrong.
To insult. I really don't think it was. I think they really thought that this is attractive because they say like big plushy lips or something like that to like. Right. So I think that they're thinking it's fluffy and soft, but it's like, but like this is the one lip that big.
Oh, I am no. So, see, no, I'm gonna be too.
I showed it to my boyfriend. I was like, look at this shit. He's like, I'm offended. They tried to model my lips. I was like, baby, your lips are not that big.
I love it. I feel like that's a lot. That's a lot.
But I'm like,
but you're gonna see.
It does give me the best orgasm of my life.
You're gonna go down. That's like eating the bad chicken nuggets because they taste good, and that's the same thing. That's in the same category.
YOLO. Listen, I'm gonna say YOLO until I'm dead. I don't care if it's out of style anymore. Okay. It's like what is it? Charlie Sheen's #winning. Yeah, I'm gonna say YOLO forever. Okay. Hope y'all know.
I'm done. I love how we went all the way over here.
Oh no,
this one start.
So okay. Boring. Not boring. Not boring. I'm not yucking anybody's young, but to me, it just seems like there's a lazy sidekick, and that's why you need a heteroflexible person.
That's a safety sidekick for a straight man who really wants to keep his girlfriend. That's what it's needed for. So everyone has a place.
I will say though, in here, they do say that heteroflexible doesn't necessarily mean it's only physical. So like, let's say sexually, like a relationship romantically, like you only go for opposite, but then a really attractive girl, a really attractive man goes by you and you're like, I can't say no to this. And if it wasn't for that person, you would never go for your same sex. So then, you're heteroflexible. I don't make the rules. I just read them.
Okay. We're going to go on. We have gone all through, up and through that. We go to the next one.
So this next one is L. I jumped past the I's and the J's and the K's because they were boring.
Okay.
But this one is technically an I.
Okay.
Okay, bear with me. I am vanosexual. Or is it EM vanosexual? And then it says, or ossipiosexual.
Okay.
So they're interchangeable. This one blew my mind.
Okay.
But then I was like, is this technically a pillow princess? Because it's someone who enjoys having sexual acts performed on them, but they do not want to perform sexual acts on others.
Princess.
That's a pillow princess.
That's
and that is definitely fetish.
I can see that, and then that's so the Pillow Princess could put that like on her little stuff, like, hey, this is who I am. That's like a fancy Pillow Princess name, but you own that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then this one, it says, and it does say that these can be on the asexual spectrum.
Okay.
Which we talked about, like, I don't really understand, but I understand you not wanting to do it, I guess. So it says the vanosexual individuals may be sex neutral or sex repulsed when it comes to performing sexual acts. That I don't understand.
So you're sexually repulsed by sexual acts if you do them, but if they are done to you, you're fine with it.
Mm-hmm. So, like, does that mean like you'd never touch your partner to turn them on?
That sounds like a very. But if you are doing it, you're going to be repulsed by doing it or not enjoy doing it. So that that's just something.
And if you're doing it just for someone else, you're doing it for the wrong reasons.
I mean, I am not shaming anyone when I say this, but it sounds very selfish.
It does.
Very one-sided. It sounds very one-sided. But on the flip of that,
that's what Pillow Princess is.
True, but then on the flip of it, there's that person who enjoys always giving and being the pleaser and everything. Oh, yeah. So they may have a perfect relationship.
For a real thing.
So there you go. You get it with a pleasure dom. Everyone's happy. So there's a fit.
Yes.
There you go. It's a balance. It's someone liking it. That's all that matters.
Yep.
Okay. What's the next one?
Oh gosh, there's so many. Okay.
Pick the next
favorites. Well, the next one is the easiest one. It starts with a P. It's pansexual.
Okay.
That's what I consider myself to be. Now, there is some kind of debate between pansexual and bisexual.
Okay.
Which I don't remember if I said it before, but I'll say it now. So, pansexual means that you are physically attracted to anybody, regardless of how they present as far as their gender. So male, female, transsexuals, whatever. Now, the reason why pansexual gets used less is because the argument is if you are transsexual, male or female, you're really just male or female, which means bisexual. The reason I don't like the term bisexual is because that erases non-binary people.
Okay.
Because there's more than two genders. So pan, all. That's why I use pansexual. But I know there was like a little bit of frowning on it for a while.
But I think that's fair though, because some people, it's a fit for everyone because everyone is not in that category. They may be. It's strictly, hey, male. I like male and female. That's where I'm comfortable. So everybody has a space for it. So, okay, yeah. Now I learned something new with the pansexuals.
And so the next one is S, and this is also the one that I espouse to, and it's sapiosexual. Now, this is a person who is sexually attracted to a person's mind, right? So intellect, mental qualities, just not being too fried short of a happy meal. So
that's important. I can definitely put myself in that category because there's been people that maybe normally physically I may not be as pleased to, but your mind, there's something so sexy about a smart person. And you can just dive into their thoughts and talk to them. I've had, professors back in the day, I just be looking at them like, things you think about. Oh my God.
Yep. And here's the thing. So when people think sapiosexual, a lot of times they think they're intelligent. No, it's wisdom, like being wise in whatever it is you want to talk about. Because I can't tell you how many people that I look at them and I'm like, you are so smart, so smart. But you are so stupid. And I just cannot. I want to. Like everything else about you is great. But when we sit down to talk, the only things coming out of your mouth have to do with sex because your brain can't think of anything else. That's a turn off. Like, you have to win my mind to win my body. That's how it works.
Absolutely. Because I need to know that at the end of the day, I got something else to do with you. Because after we done made them great rounds, we kind of sitting there next to each other. So we got to say something. And if you can't hold a decent conversation, I'm going to lose interest.
You know, when I was younger, there was this guy I used to play with back when the Craigslist was a thing. And when you could still do that and not get murdered.
Yes.
And I met him on there, and he was like, I'm a personal trainer, and I have a lawn care service, and I'm a webcam model. I was like, oh, you do all the things. And right then I was like, yeah, he's not here with me. But all of it was, so we didn't talk. We didn't have conversations because, again, I know myself. And it was just like a text, like, hey, you want to come over? And he would send me the nastiest text, right? Just super raunchy. And I was like, okay, but I didn't have to respond. He was fine with just sending it, okay? Then one day he's getting dressed. He's like, oh, it's my son's birthday today. And like, I wanted to say, I don't care, but I shouldn't have asked, but I was like, oh, how old's your son turning? Now, I was 22 at the time, 23.
Okay.
And he was 40, right? This man said, my son turned 18 today.
Okay, I gotta go. I can't.
And I was like, oh. It's like a train wreck. Like, you can't stop at this point. I should have said nothing, but I was like, oh, is that your only kid? He goes, no. I said, how many kids do you have? This man said 8.
Oh, no! See, we gotta talk.
You got to go.
Right. So first of all, that's a no all the way around. We have to talk. I need to know what is your body count, not in people, I mean in babies. I need to know how many babies you got, because you are multiply fertile. That means that you shoot bullets through condoms, through birth control, through everything. I may not want to sleep with you. I'd be like, I'm good. How many? You could have a minimum of.
She said condoms. We were playing fast and loose in Roxanne's 20s, okay?
Oh no! Oh no!
So there was a lot of pulling out happening, but did not get pregnant with. We started calling him Mr. 8 Kids in my friend group, so I did not get pregnant with his kids.
You very blessed not to be baby mama number 9. Well, we don't know about. Listen, I don't want to ask them. See, so you gotta ask them questions. I need to know.
I mean, I wanted a child. I would have been okay, but I would have been okay because I wouldn't have to deal with him. Like, he would just go away, and I could have my baby on my own. So, because he was like, only 2 of them got me for child support. Like, that was like a bragging right or something.
Okay, but then, then it's okay that you know that you're having a baby but half dumb. You might have really good genes and you'd be cute, but you're half dumb.
I know. So I'm happy that didn't happen.
Wait, hold on. Let me re-say that different. Okay. Oh no! We love all the babies, but we're going to like purposely do this. So I'm like, okay.
But his daddy was so hot.
Well, he's gonna be.
He was like those guys who used to chew gum. Yeah, I knew he wasn't that smart. I knew it.
Okay,
but it's like as soon as he opened his mouth and started talking more and having more conversation, like dried up like the Sahara. It was over. It's done.
I'm so done.
Because now I know he's not smart. I mean, I knew he wasn't smart. I knew he wasn't, but I didn't know he wasn't. You know, there is somebody for everybody. To not offend anyone, because we're in that culture, child. So I just want to have. We all get all types of babies. So let's put the disclaimers out there now. But I'm just saying, we don't purposely have to do it for just the pretty. Like it's one thing if something happened or genetics or whatever. Like to go out of your way to have a baby with someone doesn't make good life choices. Like you're setting yourself up, you and your kid up for failure.
It's just we don't have to. We can make better choices. Better choices.
I did not baby with him.
You did. We're proud of you. We smart babies. We got them. All right. So, next one.
The next one is sexually fluid.
Okay.
Which kind of goes.
Is that pansexual?
Kind of. Like.
Yeah.
I mean, so sexually fluid means like you might be heterosexual, but when it comes like in your relationships.
Yeah.
But when you're not in a relationship, you might have sex with whoever. And so I feel like some of these do go along with each other. Like this would go along with heteroflexible a little. Right. So not going to stick to that one.
Okay.
But that was the last of the sexuals that I had. Because the rest of them, I was like, they're pretty much, they all repeat a lot of the times.
Okay.
But so when we talked about kinks versus fetishes, right?
Yes.
I said that some of the things that are considered a kink could also be a sexual orientation, right?
Okay.
It's something you have to have in order to feel sexually fulfilled.
Okay.
But because the list is so fluid, some of those could also just be considered fetishes.
Okay.
Right? Because while you have to, like, if let's say a kink, you had to have it, period, you wouldn't be able to have sex. But if it's a fetish, it's something like, I could give or take it. I prefer it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to happen every time.
Right.
Okay.
But my theory, though, is you can have a lot of different kinks, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what if technically one of your kinks was being fulfilled, and so you were able to finish, even though
all of that
your main kink, right?
Okay,
right.
I think that's fair, because
yeah.
I mean, it's disappointing if you only have one thing that turns you on, but if you have like 3 main things you really, really like, and if you're able to, satisfy 2 of them for me, okay, I think it might be a degree how hard you hit the O. Maybe if you have all your kinks put together, and you really like over and beyond.
I say it like this: like, what if my kink was it had to be a smart Black man with a BBC, right?
Okay,
those 3 things, and tall. Let's say 4.
Okay,
but I found a person who was tall, smart, but they were white with a BWC. What if I just close my eyes?
It's not the same.
It's fine.
It's not the same.
For you.
I know. I mean,
I color with all the crayons.
That's true. I think if you're getting down to it is if you close your eyes and everything else, and you come in with all the things, are you stimulated enough to do it? Then by all means do it. And I think
you can turn the lights off.
I had a comment. I'm gonna keep it to myself. But I was like, hey man, whatever.
Right.
Listen, I didn't say that. I did not say that. I hit my limit of quota of bad things to say today. I'm not going there.
Send it to their faces, so it's fine.
All right, cool. Because I'm like, I try to get canceled today, so
I'll say it to your face.
I love it. That's part of it. But okay, perfect example. So since we're gonna go there, I look at that sometimes for people is like that's a fetish. It's like, okay, you fetishize in being able to, color outside the lines or color with the different crayons, and that's what you enjoy. But I've also seen that to be a kick for some people. It's like, yo, I can't.
They can only do it. People who it is a kink to have sex, like they cannot have sex with other white people. I'm like, what happened that happened to you? Was it like, did you try to have a bad experience? Like,
so I knew someone like that, and yes, they had a bad experience, and it's like I don't enjoy the way how he places it. I don't enjoy the way that white women smell. I don't enjoy the way that white women's skin feel. I don't enjoy how they are in bed. And he's like, and I slept with a few of them, and I just realized I just do not. It doesn't do it for me. I said, well, what is it? It's like it's just the skin, the smells, the oils in the hair. It's just different. I'm like, oh, I mean. I didn't know how to kind of respond to, because I was like, I don't, but like, I said, but your mom's way. He's like, I don't want to sleep with my mom. I said, but do you say it like you don't attracted to white people at all? He's like, I'm not. I'm like, but your mom, you don't think your mom's pretty? He's like, I had never experienced somebody like that before. And I'm like, this is really, like, you mean this with your soul. He's like, yeah, it's just.
Well, okay then. So before we get into it, should we introduce our Blast Artist Spotlight?
Absolutely, we're at that point.
All right.
What's going on? Alrighty, and thank you everyone for hanging out with us today. Also, want to let you know, to get your love on, go to the lovefetish.shop. Playground exclusive, and get your 15% off the entire order by putting PAD 15. Today, we have LaDon the Chameleon with Backburner. Let's check it out.
Hold on. It's almost 10 o'clock. Where he at? LaDon the Chameleon. I slept on the PJ. From yo. You keep putting me on the bad burner. Keep putting me on the bad burner. Keep putting me on bad burner. Keep putting me on the bed. Keep putting me on the bed. Yeah, I'ma gon' take the shit personal, cause I don't like when nobody play with my feelings. Should've left me a long time ago, trying to act like you was really just that nigga, when really you ain't no different from the others. Boy, you ain't shit. The whole time I'm thinking we be forever. By the way you holding me, kissing me like no other. I put all my effort to trust ya. It took me forever to love again. I've been in the dark for so long, like a turtle in a shell. It took me forever to get back to myself. Then here you go, I got a story to tell. You keep putting me on the...
What's up, babe?
I'm just saying though, like, you didn't see me calling you?
Babe, I was driving. Damn, I'm pulling up now. Babe,
You supposed to be here an hour ago. 9 o'clock is when we set our date. You supposed to been here.
All right, look, chill out.
Then you didn't answer your phone.
Oh, okay. I had shit I was doing where I couldn't answer my phone.
We'll talk when you get in.
All right, damn.
Bad burner. Keep putting me on. Bad burner. Keep putting me on the bad burner. Keep putting me on. You keep putting me on the... How you gon' hit me up, claim you want some time with me? A bite we need. Stuffing backwoods, drinking wine with me. Your energy made me feel like that you love me, yeah. Nailing me to the cross, the next day you go missing. Where the hell did you go? Boy, I'm a bad bitch, got me fucked up, tryna treat me like I'm average. I should've left your ass on red, should've stayed to myself instead. Talking me buy me food, my guard's back up and it's cause of you. Because of you. My guard back up is because of you. You was once consistent with me, and now you acting brand new. Don't understand. You're putting me on the back burner. I don't understand. What happened to the fun? What happened to us? These niggas ain't shit.
Easy. Everything's fine.
I step out the snaps on wall, running for the flex. Can you tell me I was next? Coming for next, there really isn't no question. Only superheroes in the section, only big babies.
Okay, let's find out uniquely? No. I don't know their chances. Yeah, and they ignored Rule 52. Don't be afraid to ask for it.
What's up, man? I'm just saying, though, all the shit I do for your ass, and you just don't sit there and text other bitches in front of me. After everything I did for your ass. Who was that calling your phone? Who was that calling your phone? Who was that calling your phone? Hey, who was that calling your phone? Who is Lisa? Who is Lisa? I don't know Lisa, bro. Yes, you do. Hey, who was that that's calling your phone? Why you ain't going nowhere? Who was Lisa? Niggas ain't shit. Bad burner. Keep putting me on. Bad burner. Keep putting me on the bad
And that is our girl LaDonna Chameleon with Back Burner, Memphis' own. And if you are an independent artist or a spoken word poet or even up and coming comedian that's looking for some exposure, you can go to blastmusic247.com and register for free. But also Blast is looking for the fans. So if you love to hear great music, just like you did from LaDawn, you can go to blastmusic247.com and register as a fan and have access to hundreds and hundreds of independent music. Blast, changing the industry one artist at a time. Back to you guys.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So we are now at the ones. These I put in here specifically just to show how they kind of overlap.
Okay.
Right? So again, kink is just whatever, but fetish is something you need to get right. So here's the thing: we have Demi, Sapio, Poly, Pan, and they all end in romantic. But if you notice, in the previous spot, we also had that as a sexuality. Right? That's where I'm like, okay, so what's the difference between sex and romance? Right? So yeah. They are interchangeable, but they're kind of
okay. So okay, wait. But I understand that because I can have sex with a person and not be romantically attracted to you. Mm-hmm. So I feel like you can do that. It's like, I really enjoy having, my romantic, like you talked about, like I have a romantic relationship with my boyfriend. We'll just use that for things. But I enjoy having sex with other women or with trans people. Right. That's your thing. My romantic intimacy person is this way. But what turns me on sexually is this way. So it makes sense to me. I can see it.
Mm-hmm. So a demi-romantic is someone who does not experience romantic attraction until they have a strong emotional connection with that person first.
I can see that.
That one I actually had to look up, and I have a friend we talked about a little bit who considers themselves demisexual, but when I started looking up what that really was, I said to them, are you demisexual or demi-romantic? Because a sexual means that you cannot have sex with someone unless you have a strong emotional connection. But you've had a one-night stand before. But demi-romantic means, because one of her complaints is whenever I become friends with someone, I always fall in love with them. That's demi-romantic.
Okay.
Not demisexual.
That's kind of
the sex comes because you
feel romantic
have that,
for
but
them.
But you would have sex with anyone regardless if you found them attractive, right? So
right, but you wouldn't want them on an intimacy level until you have that. So I can see it. But that's interesting, and I can see a lot of people playing that kind of, well, if I'm not, and I get it, emotionally or fully attracted to you, I'm not going to sexually be attracted to you. Or the flip of it, I'm sexually attracted to you, but sometimes if you mess around with someone long enough, you start to like them, you're like, you know what, you're not that bad. There is more to you than what you have here.
So this one, again, I classify myself as, now we did say I classify myself as a sapiosexual, and the reason being is that it's one of my kinks is I like to have sex with smart people. That's why all of my profiles everywhere say nerdy is a plus. I love me a nerd. If you're a big old dork, if you love Star Wars, let's go. If you guys knew the names of my animals, it's disgusting. I'm such a nerd. But obviously I don't look like one, so it's fine. I bake cookies and shit, I'm like the mom. So sapioromantics are someone who cannot have a romantic relationship with someone that they do not find to be wise or intelligent.
Okay.
That is me. I have never dated someone that I didn't think was smart. Now here's the thing. To me, smart comes in many different forms, right? Because I don't look like I'm from the hood, but I love to find my boyfriends there, okay? Because they are street smart. And at the end of the day, I need to know that when the zombie apocalypse happens, you can keep us safe. And I feel like people who were born and raised in the hood are the only ones who ever make it out of those zombie movies.
I love it. I mean, I can see.
You know, the corner store is always open, and what time, and you know all of that, and word of mouth. While everybody else is sitting at home watching TV, y'all already done packed up and left. That's why we never see black people in the zombie apocalypse movies. It's always white zombies because the black people is gone. Like that's
what's that? They hooked it up. They already got everything situated. Guns is ready.
Smarts is the thing.
Know how
to. I was like, "Ooh, you don't sound like a girl who would date someone from the hood." Trust me. Okay, my man's all got records, by the way, all of them.
Roxanne,
I don't know why that does it for me, but it does. Because they're street smart. Like, not only did you, I mean, you weren't that street smart because you got caught, obviously, but you made it out of jail.
Wait a minute. If you went to jail,
or someone's bitch in jail, so I feel like.
But you still weren't that smart because you shouldn't have had them on your team.
Well, you know what? Maybe they got caught up. I've been hearing about these little girls nowadays chopping men, so maybe they got caught up. Who knows?
That's
no,
true.
all my dudes are in there for drugs. Let's be honest.
Oh my god! So that should be your little thing right there. It's like, okay, wait, were you a drug dealer? Do you have a record?
Listen, you want to talk about a kink, a drug dealer, or a record with some gold? Gold. Oh my god, gold teeth does it for me every time. I don't even know why. It's gross, but it's so sexy to me. I don't know why. It's a thing.
You sound like a walking stereotype right now. You like,
I know,
give me that
God,
one.
I am. Listen, remember when Paul Wall came out and it was like ice in my girl? Oh yes, like it was everywhere. I was so excited. I was in heaven.
Listen to you get all revved up.
They got that nice little like that little beard. They remember I used to shape it up and it was like a fade or whatever.
Yes. So, but I understand. It's something about like I like a sophisticated hood man. You got to be like you could be from the hood. I don't want you never got caught, but you decided to change your life around. That's attractive.
So you want someone like Riley from the Boondocks. We're gonna tell you some real smart stuff. Maybe a little hotepish, but at the end of the day, like, you know, he's smart,
that's
intelligent,
comfortable for me. Or I like hood church dudes. So that's what I have right now. My man grew up in the hood. He was from Northside St. Louis. So hood of the hood, but they were church kids. So they still about that life. They will come for you, but then they're gonna go pray about it afterwards. I'm like, yeah, they kept you in the church. I like this.
I've never gone that route, but I can see it.
Church kids are dirty. Like those would be the worst, kinkiest, nastiest kids is kids who be in church. That and Catholic kids. So I enjoy. I'm like, you know what? You was nasty. You was in church too. He said, "Yeah, we lived in church." Yeah. Were you a choir boy? So those are the things for me. You a choir boy? You sang? Did you have to travel with the church and stuff? Oh, you nasty. Yeah, all right. Come on.
So
you were in Bible study.
My mom was a greeter. When Sabbath school started, my mom would do Sabbath school. She would do the little. Actually, I told the little lamb's offering story a couple times in church, and I was a deaconess. So,
Exhibit A.
I used to make the communion bread.
Exhibit A. You see a whole problem. It's something about. I feel like with church kids because you're told no so much.
Yeah,
and you're depressed. You're like knowing the life is sucked from you, and same with like being Catholic. There's so many rules and so many things, and so when y'all get a chance to like show your feet, like little freak flag, y'all go all the way over into the deep end. So I'm like, yeah, but then at the same time, you're presentable to bring you home. So it's so much more fun. You're like, oh my God, isn't he nice? He's part of church and so and so and so and so and so.
Oh, we're gonna go to church on Sunday, but the things I'm gonna do to your son Saturday night.
What? Friday, Saturday, and after church. We go again and we save again. So it's great. Fun thing. All right.
So I'm not gonna go too deep into these just because we pretty much touched on them before, but the next one is polyromantic. Now that is again me. I am not polysexual. That's not a thing, but I'm polyromantic.
Okay.
I believe that I can have multiple partners and I don't discriminate based on their gender identity.
Okay.
With that being said, I have not dated a trans person. Still, I've talked to a couple, but ultimately we just don't mesh for whatever reason, just like any other relationship, and it doesn't work out.
Nothing wrong with that. So we have gone through all the fetishes and the kinks that we have wanted to talk about, and so we're coming back around to the things on your chest. Because you done kept touching them and everything else.
Well, because I like my cleavage is like, what? I pulled it up like 3,000 times. It's a lost cause at this point.
When your titties are just decided we're going to talk today, they're talking today, and therefore there's a backstory that you have not shared with the people. We've waited. We've gone through the kinks and the fetishes. So let us know, why are you sitting so high and pretty today, ma'am?
Okay, first of all, I just want y'all to know this is not my fault. I have a short torso. Okay. A very short torso. So when I'm sitting, my titties is literally sitting in my lap. That's why they look the way they look. Okay. Maybe. So
that ain't it. That ain't it.
So there
she has
is
like those huge. She's very well endowed at all times. So no matter where she sits, we've been at tables at business meetings, and her chest goes from here
the damn plate
to here. And so when you're talking to her, it's like your neck isn't there. It's just like two breasticles sitting there. So I've been in meetings with people when they do like this. I'm like, yeah, it's real. Focus up. Do it.
These are mine.
Yes.
These are God-given. Okay, so I used to be a professional dominatrix, and I'm trying to get back into it. And one of the things that I've been asked about is something called an ANR.
Okay.
It's an adult nursing relationship. Yeah. So when you lactate once before, you could easily do it again.
You nursing dudes.
No, it's so here's the thing that I never thought. So the first time that I was asked about that, I was like, ew, no, because I was still breastfeeding, right? And I was like, I'm not gonna have you all over my kids, so no. Now, with that being said, like obviously I let my partner play with my boobs because like that's their dad, right? Like
right.
Okay. So when I was all said and done, the man I was seeing at the time was like, ew, I don't like it. And I'm like, all right, well, he's weaned, so I'll just let my milk dry up. In hindsight, he liked it because he spent way too much time down there when, So now that he's a non-entity and this lifestyle pays well, I went online and ordered some domperidone, and yeah, I now lactate again. So my boobies will always be boobing. They will disrespect every single bra I have. I laid down last night and my bra clasp went ping. I thought it was broken, but it was too heavy.
Oh!
Yeah. So I forgot about all that part of it.
So Roxy, you're telling me you're a professional milkmaid.
I am. I'm officially milkmaid. That's actually one of my taglines that I use.
I was like, my boo is a milkmaid, and come to the.
I've had people ask to just buy the milk, like they just want me to pump, but I'm not quite there yet to where I could make enough to pump. But they're offering to buy it.
So with you doing this, are they doing it like I know like some wrestlers drink the milk for muscle milk? Is it for pleasure?
I have no idea what they're doing with it. I don't care.
Okay. Okay. Now I have questions. So if you're signing up for, what do you call? So how does that go? How do you advertise?
I'm a mommy dommy.
You're a mommy dommy.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Let me show you because this is one of my mommy wigs. Okay. I put it up because it's stupid long, but so what they want to do is they want to nurse on mommy and her hair drapes over them. Yeah. And then, oh, you're such a good boy. Does my good boy like mommy's milk? Were you hungry? You want some cookies? Yeah. It's a thing. Praise fetishes. I mean, how many times the girls like to hear you're a good girl? Like, boys like to hear it too. I've had complete strangers. I was gonna make it sound cute, but it wasn't. Complete strangers who are down there and they're going well at it, and I say, "Oh, you're such a good boy," and they immediately are like,
oh my god,
it's a thing. It is a thing.
Oh.
I promise you, it's a thing. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to add that to the thing. So when I like introduce you as my friend, it's like, this is my friend, my business partner, who's also on Mommy Dommy. Like all the things. I love it. Well, I love that when I notice things on you.
But it's also not just for money, because it's a big turn on when I'm having sex. Like I tell everybody, I let them know ahead of time I'm lactating, but if they are, and then they just something about like mentally, like it just real quick, I get right up to where I need to be. I don't know why. It's brand new because it was not like that when I was breastfeeding. When I was breastfeeding, I was like, oh, just don't. Ugh.
Right.
But now I'm like, that's what they're made for.
This is like a new level of friendship with this. I didn't.
By the way, I did not tell her ahead of time.
No, so this was for
unadulterated reaction.
I felt like. So Roxanne is a good person when she'll call me and then she'll just say, "Hey, by the way, da 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 da." So therefore, she can get my reaction. She never pre-tells me when it's coming, and I'm like, "What? Why are you like this?" So,
I would even send her like a picture and nothing. I'm just like, by the way, and then I send the picture afterwards for context.
You're awful. So like, yes, and then, but she won't pre-tell you because I'll be like, I'm out. I'm at, doing meetings. I'll be at a speaking engagement. Once I was at a speaking engagement and I'm talking about Black maternal health with da 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 da, and I just get picture. Hey, guess who I'm talking to? And I did this. I'm like, whoa, okay, all right, and back to work. I'm like, this is awful. You need to tell people when you send in the mess. I was in No, because I was in Tropical Smoothie one time and I was like this, and you would say, hey, this is the new person. And I looked, and then I heard the old lady behind me gasp, and I was like,
that was the Mickey Blue Eyes.
Yes, God, I was just like, this is not okay. I looked, I said, I am so, She
was fine. She's probably Queen Spades anyway, hush.
You stop. That little old lady looked like she's gonna have a whole heart attack. That she ain't never seen nothing like that in her life. It was great.
She seen it.
She seen it.
Her Pornhub. She seen it.
You stop.
Listen, if you ever go onto any of these swingers websites, SDC, SOS, even FetLife, and look for Queen of Spades, these old white women love some BBC. Love it.
Oh my God. Listen, but I've heard that about old white ladies. They have a fetish for the long dong john. They want to have these things. I've heard the mandingos and all the things. But you know what? This would actually be a good little thing to do on the Reddit. I would love to hear what does everyone watch? Because I'm always curious to know what's in your when you go into your porn search. What are the things that are instantly okay, 1, 2, 3? And I would love to hear from the people out there say, I want to know what you like. And I want
compromising situations.
You would be the one. So someone came back.
No. The guy came over to fix the plumbing and you paid him, but then your husband's about to walk in the door. And so you have to play it off really fast, you didn't do anything, but mind you, you've got a little, so you're the picture's always the girl's and the husband's got his hand on the doorknob. That's compromising situations. I think it's so stupid, but it's hilarious to me. And I don't know.
So when you go into so Roxanne's porn feed, that's the first one that's gonna pop up.
That's the most PG one that I can say on YouTube. Yes.
Okay, we'll do
on
that.
So
this is a conversation that we should definitely bring back to the Reddit, because we will be able to use that for sure. Because look this up, because I'm super interested to see what you guys say. Also, talk to us, send us some stories. We're here to share your stories. We would love to hear
and answer your questions, because I love to research.
Yes, send us some questions. We're here for all of it. Nothing's off limits. If we don't know, we're going to go look for it. And we want to hear your stories. We want to hear your questions. We want to be able to share it with you guys. And remember, this is, it's the playground. We can play all day, but you got to tell us what you want us to play with.
So it's r/playground after dark. And speaking of porn and terms of things that require you to research.
Okay.
I recently learned a new term and I think you will love it.
All righty.
And we can end with this one because I was my mind was blown and it ruined my porn search history. Okay. But it's called docking. DOCKING, docking. And I was like, what's that? And I asked my friend because she likes to watch a lot of the gay porn and stuff. She's like, oh, it's a gay thing. And I was like, okay, but I don't understand. So it's where the guy who is intact, or most people know uncut, but he takes his foreskin. Yes, he's hard. The other guy, he could be cut or uncut, and they put their heads together, and then they take the skin and go over it. I was like, does that not hurt? Google. And wow, it's popular.
Really?
And they but it's like a what they call them, like the pocket pussy, but it's with your.
That's a glove hub.
The dude was doing like this, and I was like, "This has to hurt. This has to hurt."
That doesn't sound funny. It's stretch. I don't know
because a guy, anytime you accidentally touch, they're like, "Oh, you're over here." Listen.
You have to have some pain fetishy stuff. I'm sorry. Those things, don't stretch that much. Well, I guess they do stretch. I don't know.
Some do.
I'm very confused now.
I mean, if they're intact from birth and they've been playing with it a lot, it would stretch. But I mean, so here's the thing, like your foreskin does retract, but only usually down to, like an inch or two past the head. This guy was like 3 inches in. And I'm like,
that's a lot. That sounds.
But I don't have a penis, so I don't know. Maybe it feels good.
The penises I've dealt with that I haven't met a man who's ever said, please pull the foreskin and let's roll it around in a ball. That sounds
right. But it's like, but another penis is going inside his foreskin, so it's stretching it too. Right, but it's a thing.
So that's to me watching a train wreck. Like a part of me wants to Google it so I can see what it looks like.
It was definitely a train wreck. I could not look away, and then I just kept going to more and more. And I'm not even turned on. I'm just like, this is amazingly fascinating. And now my search history is all gay porn.
No, so you're not gonna mess up my search history like that. I trust you. That sounds horrifying. So to whoever ever's, but.
I guess
you tumbleweeded with another tumbleweed.
Yeah, that blew my mind. I was like, how?
Again, that's one of those. Wow, that's for real. But that doesn't sound like a turn on.
I thought, if I had a penis, would I try it?
Probably no.
You would, wouldn't
you? You would.
I would. I probably would. Just to say I tried it. So, on that note,
right. It is always a pleasure. It's always.
I'm a trisexual.
You are definitely the trisexual of the group. She will try most all of it.
We'll see you next week.
Yes, with a new target. Yep, new target, new things, and we'll always have fun. You guys have fun tonight.
Bye.
Bye.